I want to look at particularly the Shuto. We understand there's a Shuto here, and then we step. Os. Hello, Shotokan family. I hope all of you are doing well and enjoying your journey, and we hope you're enjoying the content and learning some really great things, and not only learning great techniques, but also becoming a better you. And I just want to say that I'm very proud of you, and continue to work hard, continue to train, and as you know, you can always ask questions from me. This is Sensei Seth here, folks, with a new series that I want to present to you. What I want to do is, once a month or so, is present some Bunkai. Bunkai that, as we know, is the application of techniques. We know that in Shotokan there are three aspects to Shotokan, or elements. There is the Kion, which is our basics. And then, of course, we understand there is Kata, our forms, where our technique is found. And, of course, Kumite. In the katas, there are several different series of kata, and in particular, I want to begin this video series with the Heian Kata. And the Heian Kata are great, and they are a great beginner to medium, intermediate range. And of course, we know Heian means peaceful mind. And the philosophy is great with the Heians because it embodies the attitude and the spirit of the martial artist, and it's also good for discipline and for flexibility. So what you find in the Heians are the fundamentals. The fundamentals are grounded in it, but also the philosophy of what you want to become. And so I hope you'll enjoy what I deliver to you. And let me add that when you look at these various Bunkai, there are likely more than just one, two, or even three. With the evolution of techniques, you're going to find that, hey, I can use this technique in this way or in this way. And so I want you to understand, why do we do these techniques? So I'm going to be picking out of each kata in the Heian certain technique that I hope you can use to defend yourself if the situation arises. So with that said, let's look at today Heian Shodan, the first of the Heian series. I want to look at particularly two moves that come out of Heian Shodan. And it has to do with first the Tetsui and the Shuto. Now, when we look at the Tetsui, we understand we're right here. We execute a Geidan Barai from a Zen Kutsadachi. And so what we do next, of course, is we pull back Tetsui. Okay? How can that technique be used? Let's look at it. Here's one way it can be looked at. A person kicks. I block the kick. And then I come back, gathering strength with my hip, and strike them in the nose. So it's right here. That's one way that technique can be interpreted. But now let's look at a second way the Tetsui in Heian Shodan can be interpreted. So I execute the Geidan Barai. And imagine someone grabs my hand like they're trying to pull me away. I am trying to, with my hips and with my body motion, pull away. I'm trying to break that grip and go in for that strike. So that is a second way that the Tetsui can be interpreted. And there is a third way. And I particularly like this way, and I think it's very helpful to think about when I spar with my own students. When I think of right here, Geidan Barai. Imagine someone just kicked. I blocked that kick, but then they punch. So I'm using my Tetsui to block. So if someone punches, I'm just coming down on that strike. And then I go in for my return punch. Here. So there are at least three ways the Tetsui can be interpreted. And as I said, there are likely other interpretations as well. But when you do these kata, think about, how can I use this? If you have a punching bag, if you have a way that you can train and hit something, a target, think about these ways, and it'll help you in your mind develop an understanding of what you can do if you're ever faced with a dangerous situation. All right, now let's look at the end of Heian Shodan. Now, in the end of Heian Shodan, I want to look at particularly the Shuto. We understand there's a Shuto here, and then we step up, and there is a Shuto at an angle, all in a kokutsudachi. But the Shuto can be looked at as a block, and it can be looked at as, of course, a strike. Now, how is that so? Well, some interpret the ending of Heian Shodan as the first Shuto is a block. Someone punches, and I'm just trying to block that punch. But now I step up 45 degrees, and I'm using this left hand to block a punch. And I'm going to step out and strike the opponent with my right hand. And of course, you do it the opposite way as well. So think about that, where I'm here and I can block and strike or just block. And this helps you think about using your hands with the chamber. The chamber is very beneficial because if someone punches straight at me, bringing those hands in does protect my center area. So that is just, looking at those techniques and the fundamentals of the chamber can help you better defend yourself and look at your technique not only as a defensive mechanism, but also as a weapon. Folks, I hope you enjoyed this, and like I said, we're going to continue on this journey looking at the Heian series and various Bunkai that we can learn from the Heian Kata. Continue to enjoy your training, folks. This is Sensei Seth. Os.